Hi friends, this particular video tutorial is mainly meant to show you on how do we do the deployment of any application inside the WebLogic server from the command line. If you see broadly the different ways of doing the deployment inside the WebLogic server, there are in total 5 different ways. First one is by using the uh, admin console. Second one is by using the command line, that is WebLogic command line utility. Third one is by using the deployment management API. Fourth one is by using the user-defined tools. Fifth one is by using the WLST. If you see the first way, that is the using the admin console. Admin console is the GUI utility. So the deployment is very easy and very comfortable to do the deployment from the admin console. Just log into the admin console with the valid credentials. Below on your left hand side, below the environment link, you see a link called as in deployments. Click on that particular link. Provide the path where you have got the WAR file or the ER file. Target to the respective service to which you want to target, and the deployment would be successful. In case of a deployment management API, we have to write or we use a programmatic way of interacting with the WebLogic server for doing the deployment. For this one, we extend the JMX API or Java Management Extension API and use the embeds to do the deployment using the deployment management API. This kind of deployment is nowadays hardly anyone does. Okay, so it's almost all we can say we don't use it. The other way is by using the user defined tools. User defined tools includes the R scripts, build out XML files, or your shell scripts which you write, or your uh, third third party tools which your company uses to deploy the application and to start and stop the application in case needed. The other way is by using the WLST, that is WebLogic scripting tool. We have a Python script through which you try to deploy the application inside the WebLogic server using the WLST. But as I said, this particular video tutorial is mainly meant to show you on how do we do the deployment using the JavaSpace WebLogic.deployer command line utility. Before we do the deployment, there are two prerequisites that has to be satisfied. One is all the managed servers onto which you're trying to target the application, which should be up and running. Second thing is, uh, without setting the class path, if you try to execute the WebLogic deployer command line utility, that is JavaSpace WebLogic.deploy, it will throw or it will pop up with an error or an exception message. I'll show to you here or in the live. This is the domain inside which I'll be doing the deployment. Okay, I haven't set the class path and I'm running JavaSpace WebLogic.deploy. Since I haven't set the class path, it's now popping up with an error on exception message. Okay, let's try to set the class path. You can set the class path in different ways. Okay, you can use the class path scripts which we have inside the BA home directory, but I'm trying to use the class path script which I have inside the my BA home bin domains bin directory. Okay, through this I can set the class path, and if you see here, after setting the class path, if I try to run the command javaspace weblogic.deploy, it successfully gets executed and it gives me three options. These three are the options which we use in the scenarios where we want to do the deployment, but we are not exactly sure about the syntax. Let me show you one of the option. Okay, let's say you're using the examples option and you want to do a deployment targeted to the admin server. Okay, and if you're not sure about the syntax, this is a command we can use. Okay, deploy the application on the admin server, and this is the command you can use. Okay, let's say you want to redeploy an application targeted to the current targets. This I don't want to do the deployment. I want to undeploy an application which I already deployed. You can use this particular syntax. Okay. So these are the various options we have got. Let's say you want to do a deployment providing the type of staging mode you are using. Okay. This is the command we can use. Okay. Like this, we have got for each and every scenario, we have got an example command, edit the required command, okay, and do the deployment. Coming back to our scenario, I'll show you on how do we do the deployment targeted to the admin server. Okay. Okay. This is the syntax I have. The syntax is Java space weblogic.deploy and we give the admin URL. This is the IP and this is the port number in which my admin server is running. Okay. And this is the name of the application which I want to do the deployment, and this is the path where this particular application is present. I've hit the enter button. Okay. And if you see here, my deployment has been successfully completed. And if you see here, it's also saying where to which particular target server this particular application has been deployed. If you see here, this is a place wherein which my application has got been targeted. Okay, it's deployed successfully and it's deployed targeted to the admin server. Let's now try to see on how do we do the deployment in case if we have multiple targets. Okay, let's say I got two managed servers, MS3 and MS4. I want to deploy an application targeted to the managed servers, that is multiple managed servers. Okay, I can very well use this particular syntax. Okay, this is syntax which is I can use, and if you see here, this is the URL or this is the IP of my admin server, and this is the port number on which it is running. MS3 and MS4 are the managed servers, which are the targets, which are the multiple targets I have got, and I'll be deploying my application to this particular multiple targets. Okay, so if you see here, my application has been deployed and it is successfully deployed on the managed server MS3 and MS4. Okay, this is how we do the deployment from the command line utility or using the command line utility. Okay, any questions you have in trying to understand this particular video tutorial, you can drop us your comments and I'll get back to you with the answers. Okay, thank you.